Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Stories for Beginners. On this channel, stories become your teacher. We practice with the shadowing technique, listen carefully, then repeat after me. Copy my voice, my speed, and my feeling. This trains your brain to think in English instead of translating. Today's story is called I Got Lost in Sydney. You will practice real travel English for the airport, trains, the Opal card, ferries, light rail, asking for directions, and solving problems when plans change. Stay until the end, and your rhythm and pronunciation will grow step by step. Are you ready? Let's begin. Landing at Sydney Airport.
My name is Anna. I landed at Sydney Airport on a cool morning. The signs were clear, but the terminal felt busy. I followed the arrows to passport control and baggage claim. The officer said, "Purpose of your visit?" I answered, "Tourism. 1 week." He stamped my passport and smiled. I picked up my suitcase and opened my phone.
Train or taxi?
I searched for how to reach the city. A sign said trains to city via airport line. Another sign pointed to taxis and rideshare. I checked prices and time. The train was cheaper and faster during traffic. I decided to try the train for the first time.
Buying an Opal card.
Downstairs, I saw ticket machines and a help desk. A staff member said you can buy an Opal card or tap with a bank card. I chose an Opal card so I could top up easily. I loaded $20. The display showed tap on and tap off reminders. I placed the card carefully in my wallet.
Platform confusion.
The screen listed services to City Circle and to MacArthur. I needed a train to Central Station first. 2 platforms showed similar times. One stopped at the limited stations. One stopped at every station. I hesitated, then asked a guard which one to Central. He pointed to platform 1 and said, "That one stops at Central next."
The Australian accent.
The announcement started, and I listened hard. The accent was friendly but fast for me. "Next stop, Green Square, then Central. Please mind the gap." I repeated the names softly to myself. Green Square, Central, mind the gap. Repeating helped me feel calm and ready.
Central Station maze.
At Central Station, I followed the crowd. Stairs, lifts, long corridors, and many platforms appeared. I wanted the light rail to Darling Harbour. I saw signs for L1, L2, and L3. I thought L2 would go toward the harbor. I was wrong. I boarded in the wrong direction.
Wrong direction.
The light rail rolled away smoothly. I looked out and saw unfamiliar streets. The map in the carriage showed the next stop. It did not match my screenshot. I realized I was heading away from Darling Harbour. I got off at the next stop and crossed to the opposite platform.
Battery worries.
I checked my phone, battery 20%. Low power mode suggested. I reduced brightness and closed all apps. I took a photo of the network map for offline use. I told myself, read every stop name fully. A small habit prevents a big problem.
Finding the harbor.
Back on the correct L2, I watched each stop. Town Hall, QVB, and then connections appeared. I switched to L1 toward Darling Harbour and Permont. The water came into view between buildings. The light breeze smelled like salt. I smiled and relaxed for the first time.
Ferry dream, pier puzzle.
I wanted to ride a ferry from Circular Quay. I followed the signs to a bus that linked to the quay. At the wharf, there were several piers with numbers. Each pier served different routes. I wanted a short loop to see the Opera House and the bridge. I looked up, then down, and lost my sense of direction.
Asking clearly.
I approached a uniformed staff member. I said slowly, "Excuse me, I think I am lost. Which pier for a short harbor loop?" She answered, "Pier 2 for the inner harbor service." She added, "Tap on with your Opal before the gate." I repeated back, "Pier 2, tap on before the gate." Confirming the details made everything simple.
The ferry and the view.
The ferry moved gently out of the quay. The Opera House shone white against the sky. The harbor bridge stood strong and calm. People took photos and whispered, "Beautiful." I took a deep breath and felt grateful. Getting lost led me to this exact moment.
Back on land, mixed addresses.
After the ferry, I walked toward the rocks. Old sandstone buildings lined narrow streets. I searched my hotel's second location for a friend meetup. 2 streets had similar names with different postcodes. My map pin jumped between them. I picked the closer one and started walking.
A helpful barista.
I passed a small cafe with empty seats and power outlets. I ordered tea and asked, "May I charge my phone for 10 minutes?" The barista nodded and pointed to a wall outlet. While charging, I checked the booking email again. The address used is Miller's Point, not the Rocks. I had chosen the wrong lookalike street.
Bus or walk.
The barista pulled out a paper map. He drew a line from here to Miller's Point. He said, "You can walk in 15 minutes or take the 324 bus one stop." I decided to walk and learn the area. I thanked him and circled the right block number. Small details keep you moving in the right direction.
Night rain.
Clouds gathered and soft rain began. I put on my light jacket and protected my phone. Shops closed and the street grew quiet. I double-checked building numbers and crossed streets. I passed one corner twice without noticing. I stopped, breathed, and slowed my steps.
The correct door.
At last, the correct hotel sign appeared. The desk clerk asked for my passport and card. He handed a city map with transit tips. He circled Circular Quay, Barangaroo, and the free walking route. He said, "Tap off every time or you may be charged extra." I thanked him and wrote a note. "Tap off always."
A small Sydney rule.
I made a personal rule for Sydney. Always read the full stop name, not just the first word. Always confirm line letters and last stop direction. Always keep an Opal card topped up. Always ask a staff member when unsure. Short questions save long detours.
Sunrise at Mrs. Macquarie's Point.
Early next morning, I walked to the viewpoint. Pink light touched the Opera House roof. Runners passed with steady breath. Water shimmered and gulls circled slowly. I felt thankful for yesterday's mistakes. They taught me how the city flows.
What Sydney taught me.
Sydney taught me to confirm, not assume. It taught me to repeat directions back to the speaker. It taught me to carry an offline map and a small battery pack. It taught me that getting lost can become learning. With calm questions and clear steps, I found my way. I arrived, adapted, and enjoyed the journey.
Great job today. You listened, repeated, and shadowed each line with me. I got lost in Sydney shows that travel is not only about places, it is about paying attention, asking for help, using simple phrases, and building small habits that guide you back when plans change. Shadowing works the same way. One line at a time, your English becomes smoother and more natural. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to English Stories for Beginners for more shadowing practice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. One page, one story, one step your English will grow. Thank you for learning with me. See you in the next video.